Mic check. All right. So this is a stream, and I think that I am live. So, yep, I think I am live. All right. So, Frank here, your general aviation aviator, and today I am in the Havilland Beaver, which is way down here in the Utah backcountry. Now, where am I? That's a good question. So let's see if we can't figure that out. And let's get out of here and see if we can't find out where we at. And we are at November 107, which is this backcountry strip here. And the plan is to fly to Canyonlands. And I don't quite know how far Canyonlands is, but let's get this guy started and we'll get it all figured out. Now, as I said in the description, I really enjoy the Beaver, but for some reason I've been having a dickens of a time lately landing it and finding that I tend to ground loop it a lot. Let's see, let me get my volume turned up here, and I think everything else is okay. All right, yeah, that's better. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be enough. And let's get this pressure wobbled up here. This is my fuel pressure gauge here, my wobbler, and you can see it moving. And I think that's enough pressure. Don't want to put too much in it because I don't want to bust those seals, those seals by putting too much pressure on it. Okay, let's make our mags hot. Our mags are hot. It's clear for traffic, for people, and prop clear. All right. And let's get our beacon turned on and our master turned on. All right, clear again, prop clear, and looks like we got a good start. Set the RPM up around 5 or 6. There we go. So let's see, where are we going? We want to go to Canyonlands, so let's turn the alternator on and our avionics on. And most planes have GPS these days, so do we. And let me start FS Global Real Weather. You guys want me to see that loading up, but what that does is give me a way to get my altimeter. Okay. And I do need to let my engine warm up, because with the Beaver you want the cylinder temp to get roughly around this 100 degrees Celsius, so that would be right up in here, and it will come up or temp is already in the green, so we're good there, and we got plenty of fuel in that front tank. This is my front tank, my rear tank, and rear tank is full, and so is my middle tank. Okay, so plenty of fuel, plus I got some fuel in my wing tanks. You can't really see the fuel levels, but trust me, it's there. All right. So I don't know how this stream is coming out on the backside. So it does say that my resolution is a little high. And so let me change my resolution here. Let's see, I think I need to change it in the streaming software. So let's go here. Just give me a second, guys, to do some housekeeping. And just bear with me. Well, it won't let me change it because I'm already in a stream. But I think it's going to automatically downgrade it, and which may be costing me a couple of frames. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so I'm waiting on my engines to cool, they warm up, and while that's happening, let me go ahead and drop in my takeoff flaps and turn on my landing lights and my strobes. Okay. And let's see now. Let's figure out where our runway is at. Turn that down a little bit. All right, find out where our runway is at. Okay, so looks like this is going to be our runway right up in here. At least that's the plan. So I'm going to make a left turnaround and take off on this guy. So that's the plan. All right. So I'm going to unfeather the prop. Check my brakes. And let my brakes go. I'm not going to call out where I'm at because I'm not sure. I can tell you. I'm at November 107, and this is Range Creek. Range Creek traffic. Beaver is taking off, and we'll be departing to the south. Range Creek. All right, I think I've still got brakes on. Nope, don't have brakes on. And pretty sure I don't have any tie downs on. Nope, no tie downs. Just hard to get moving in this grass. on this aircraft. All right, so I think what I want to do is head for that hill. Missed that sage bush in front of us. Chop that sage bush down. That's not good. That's not good at all. Don't know what the winds are. All right, that turnabout was close. So let's get out of here. And bear in mind, I got a pretty heavy load. Got a lot of gas and some passengers. Plus, based on the aircraft performance, I would say that the density altitude is pretty high. Plus, my altitude to begin with was pretty high. And I didn't leave my mixture on takeoff. So let's see if we can't get up over this, out of this canyon here. I was watching AOPA and I learned a new term called CFIT, Controlled Flight into Terrain. I have been using controlled flight into terrain in some of my other videos, but I never realized there was an acronym for it. And that's what I want to avoid. All right, so my goal right now is to climb out of this, is to get high enough to climb out of these mountains. The density, altitude, and everything, I can only seem to muster up about 500 feet a minute. I do mean really. Let me put my headset on, turn off some of this engine noise. That should make me a little easier to hear. Now, I'm stalling, and I'm in a box canyon, so I'm actually in trouble. And CFIT, that's what you call controlled flight into terrain. And I didn't mean to hit new flight. I want to see what this looks like. So what I was hoping to do was turn around unsurvivable. But yeah, what I was hoping to do was turn around and fly the aircraft out of here. All right, so let's see. And didn't like that at all. Okay. Now, one of my other aircraft that I like to fly is the Porter. And I think I'd do much better with this aircraft. And I can land it. Let's see. The Porter is going to be the Pilatus. So the PC-6. And I think that's it. Let's see. And my phone is ringing. So while that's loading up, I think it wasn't ringing after all. I think the battery just gave up the ghost. So I need to put it on the charger. And I can turn my headset off because I think the ring was letting me know that it lost connection. All right. So I'm waiting on the porter to start up, and hopefully we can get out of here without CFIT. So I don't normally stream. Generally, I tend to record flights, and so stream is something I do maybe once a month, maybe once every other month. It's not something I do a lot of. And while I used to stream on Twitch, I tend to stream exclusively on YouTube now. But the other flight was doomed from the beginning. I mean, it. First of all, I ran into the sagebush. Secondly, I ran into the buildings, and it was a doomed flight from the beginning. All right. So let's get things reset here. All right. And first things first. All right, so let's check out brake. Which is this guy. Brakes are set. Fuel valve is open. And master switch is on. Fuel pump is on. Got positive fuel flow here. So we're going to turn our starter on, and once we get about 12%, we'll start our ignition. 14%, we'll give it some fuel. All right. And ignition can come on. And now we can give it some fuel. I love the way this thing sounds starting up. Probably got the volume a little low for you. Let me turn it up. Okay. And so yeah, I'm at a good NT. ITT is down. So yeah, I got a good start, so I can turn the starter off and turn the fuel pump off, and I could leave the ignition on. And I want to turn on the alternator. Okay. She is winding up. Prop is coming up. And change. Don't need beta. And I feather it back out. All right. So I got flaps in. Flap test. And I didn't check my livery or any of this stuff. So we 886 Tango November, and I am applying this livery. So that actually take a few seconds, maybe around 60 of them applied. And it's amazing what you can do in 60 seconds. All right, as soon as this livery get applied, then we'll turn on our avionics. So still waiting. And we got a message that it still is going to take a second or two to finish up. think it's done. No, not quite. Still got hourglass. And all right, so we're done. All right, avionics. Altitude reporting. And the dial this guy up. Well, we can get this started up first. And let's come over here and look. So let's get this position light down and turn on a landing light. Okay, now it's coming down. All right, and we'll go ahead and turn on the strobes since we're out in the backcountry. And I'm not sure why this guy is not on. Let's check out fuses. Make sure all our fuses are in. They look like they're okay. Well, maybe to come on a little later. That's not the right attitude, right? Okay, let's see what we get. All right, so flight plan. We know we are here and we are going to Kilo Charlie November Yankee Canyonlands. Enter. And it's only 40 nautical miles. It's gonna be, looks like northeast or easterly. Actually southeasterly, okay, and we'll fly direct, okay. All right, so let's see if we can't get wheels up. Now, I don't know, let's see if we can't do this weather transfer on this guy here and see what our altimeter is. And the hacking you hear in the background is my dog. He has developed the hack and doesn't seem to want to go away, so he's got to go to the vet. But that's too much information for you guys. We want the good news. All right, and the good news is we got a altimeter 3015, winds of 150 at 6 knots. Okay, so all right, 3015. Yep, that's set. All right, and looks like this is 6 knots. All right, let's turn this brakes off. And we're gonna actually taxi up. And come down. Did I miss the runway altogether? Let's see if we can't see where the runway is at. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here and start close to the hangar, blow all the FOD and debris into the hangar. And look like a little J3 there. I was talking to a guy today who has a Cub in real life, and it looks so much like a Cessna that I thought it was a Cessna. Right. So let's go out this way and turn. And maybe we can avoid blowing some of that FOD towards him. All right. Condition 4. Lights are on. And flaps are in. And we are off. I forgot this is not the Beaver. Just lost my engine. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. And doing a live stream doesn't help, right? Because I can't write the poll stuff. I can't see. Let's see if I got in the comments. I don't think I do. Hey, Chantel, Sean. I am not on VATSIM, and didn't get a crash the desktop. I am on VATSIM. I am somewhere out in Utah at some airport, and I am in the Porter, the PC-6 Porter, which is a turbo aircraft, and I just gave it full power. I've been flying aircraft that doesn't use full power, so that kind of bit me. All right, so let's see if we can't get the Garmin back on. And what else? Just bear with me, guys. Trying to fix this up, so if anybody else say anything in the chat, maybe I see it. Okay. All right. Turn the transponder back to altitude reporting. That's the thing about doing a reload the way I just did. a lot is not working. The fuel gauges are not working. Anyway, this is just for fun, so I'm in beta here. Brakes are on. And rotate. Trim. Flaps up. Gear up. And the difference between the Beaver and the Porter is I should have enough power in the Porter to actually climb out. Thank you. Thank you about the scenery comment. I should have enough power in the Porter to climb out of these mountains in spite of the density altitude, which I could not do in the Beaver. Now, some of my systems are not working properly, like as I mentioned, my fuel gauges are not working, and I am trying to restart the avionics, so that's why the Garmin went off. Yeah, I do have Ortho 4XP installed. In fact, I installed some Ortho XP scenery today up in Newfoundland, Labrador, Canada, which is northeastern Canada, not too far from the Arctic Circle. And I intend to do another flight or two up around that way. Oops. My trim is not working, so how is it? I think I'm having to keep some back pressure on my yoke. All right, so we wanted to go to Canyonland. So flight, let's see, Canyonland. That's not going to do it. And I know that it's got to be hard for you to see. All right, K-N-Y, Canyonlands. Want to go direct. Activate that and go ahead and make a turn back to the southeast, and we'll just fly the magenta line by hand. So do you fly, what do you fly, Sean? Do you fly the airliners or general aviation? Or some people call them the tube liners. You know, it's funny because I used to think that flying the tube liners, did I miss my turn? Yeah, I think I did. I used to think that flying, let's see, I want a desired track of 104, somewhere there about, let's see, 141. Okay. And get rid of this guy. 141. I'm going to keep a lot of back pressure on the yoke here. Heading. Let's see if we can't see if this guy won't. Yeah, this is not working either. Very little is working. This guy needs to be actually this guy's way off. Because I'm roughly at 170. And this guy's not moving, so that's not working either. This would be a flight that in real life, if with all these systems out, it would be real challenging, and I probably want to divert to this airport here, which is what we're going to do. All right, so go there and go direct, activate, and desired track is 293. All right. And we gotta use the magnetic compass because this compass is not working. And I want to make sure that one thing about live streaming in YouTube is the chat is so delayed, so if you say something by the time I respond, then that conversation can be a minute or two, if not 2 or 3 minutes old. And I hope that by now YouTube would have worked on that and fixed it, but not yet. Okay, so we're at 12,000, so we need to level off here because we don't have oxygen. Okay, so we're getting mighty slow there. Or temperature is a little high. want about 2,000. Well, I don't remember what's in the PLH for the prop, but this 1900 or 1800 on the prop, which is this gauge here. Let's see. Now there is a green line there, so I think we probably want the prop on that green line. I don't know. I'm going to leave it where it's at. Actually, the prop is this gauge. No, we don't want it on the green line because that's a full prop. Okay. And I'm still gaining altitude. I need to get back down to 12. Actually 11.5. I am VFR and I am going, let's see, east is odd, and I think when I say odd, I mean the direction of flight, and I'm going westerly, so I need an even number like 10, 12, 8 as opposed to 11, 9 or so forth and so on. So I need it, let's see, I need it east, so I need to get down to, let's do 10.5. And I got the 5 because I'm VFR. So anytime you got VFR, you want 5. Now, I'm only 23 nautical miles from the airport, and I got great visibility, so I ought to be able to see it in a few. I would imagine my airport is probably, let's see, yeah, it's probably over here somewhere. And I am so missing that trim. Right. I don't normally stream, and what's great about streaming as opposed to recording is when you stream, then when you finish your flight, you're done with it. There's no editing. What you see is what you get. When I record, a lot of the bloopers I can cut out if I so choose to. I do have a channel that I tend to put stuff up and rarely take out the bloopers. That would be Virtual General Aviation Aviator, or VGAA, Virtual General. Don't even know the name of that channel, even though I post to it a lot. Let's see, 293. They are changed, but I'm still 17 nautical miles out. Look like I'm on a direct track to where I want to go. The desired track is still 292, but corrected. Let's see, the track that I'm on is 289, so I'm close enough. Back map, and that's what I want. Okay, so I wanted 10.5, and what I should do at this point, see what my field elevation is, right? So field elevation is 5958 or 6,000. So 6,000 plus 1,500 is 7,500. So 7,500 is going to be my pattern, and I should get down to that now. Okay, I am going to fly. There's 19 and 33, and I guess we get an ASOS. No radios. All right. So let's get down. And I think I see the runway. No, what I thought was the runway is not the runway. Let's see how far I'm off from it. So I'm still 12 miles out. I think that's my airport here. Yep, there's my runway. Okay. So now I got an idea where I'm going. And 75 is my pattern. I did set my altimeter at one point. .11 nautical miles, and I'm not going to declare an emergency. I think all of my control surfaces are working except for my trim, but the trim is not running away. All right, let's do glumps. Gas, can't see gas. Lights are all on. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture is for rich, but I need to lean it. I got condition. I don't have mixture, so mixture is not an issue. And prop. Prop was 4. All right, and pre-landing checklist is complete. All right, so zoom in a little bit. And since I can't get the weather, I'm just going to pick a runway, and let's land on 19. Okay. Hopefully we won't have too much of a tailwind. All right. Okay, so we know our airport is over here in this little dark spot. Look like we got 2 runways. 19 starts here. We'll use this guy as a marker. So I still want to get down to 275. Slow down some. Now, when I put in my first notch of flaps on this aircraft, those flaps go to 25, lock that tail wheel. Hopefully that'll prevent me from ground looping. So that flap is 28 degrees. So that first notch is a lot of flaps. And looking for that tower that's towards the end of the runway. If you see it hollow, it's right here. All right, let's see. A lot of back pressure. All right, so when I get to up in here, I am going to start my turn towards the runway. Actually, I am going to pull up a little bit because I'm starting to pick up some red. I'm going to start that turn now. Don't want to fly, don't want to do C-fit. And C-fit, that's my favorite new word now. Control flight into terrain. So I'm looking for the airport again. All right, so there we are. All right, so flaps, lights are on. Oh my God, no flaps. All right, let's kill all my power, take all my power out. No flaps. At least none indicated. Trying to look at these okay, so they don't have any flaps indicated. Just trying to look at these fuses, but my speed actually don't look too bad. In fact, having to throw in a little power so I don't get too slow. Don't need this guy. Hope I didn't have that on the whole time. Probably did. Don't need beta. Look like I got enough runway to make this happen. Alright, so we're going to transition. Pull that power out and go ahead and transition. A little hard, but it's okay. little beta. All right. No ground loop. So this was a flight that took us to an airport that we hadn't intended to go to. And hopefully we can get a aircraft mechanic to take a look at what may be going wrong. And cross this hole short, clean up. And a lot we can do for cleaning up. Landing lights and oh, look. Don't have that seat of your pants feel, so I couldn't tell that beta was acting as reverse. All right, lights have been adjusted. And get down here, clear and clear. Don't see anything coming. So I'm just going to cross this runway. Beta there. And I don't have a beta indicator in this that I can tell, but I can hear that I'm in beta. Hope you guys can hear me okay. And okay, so we're going to park right here. Yeah, park right here. All right. Everything comes off. Let's apply some brakes. Brakes are applied. And we are done with this flight. Want the flight that we wanted. But this was supposed to be fun. Nothing serious. Okay guys, hope you liked it, and until next time, I think I'd rather stick right now with recording, but even streaming every now and then is actually fun. I just hate that I couldn't instantly fix my aircraft and go to the location that I wanted to go to. But it is what it is. All right. Ciao. Y'all come back now.